Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. As I promised, I have my notes for Love and Marriage Huntsville. This episode kind of tests my patience. I can already see what we're going to do all season. And a part of me is back to what I said last week. I feel like Mel, you should have took this season off. You should have divorced this man. Get your paperwork together that says, official paperwork that says you got the kids this day and that day. Get everything square so you can move on. So when he pops up and does the bullshit he does, 911. I can't tell. A part of me feels like a lot of this is accepted because we want to have a highly rated TV show because we are the executive producers. And then a part of me is like, girl, run, hide. This man is crazy. And I don't know which part is more serious than the other. But let's jump right into it. My notes probably aren't that good because I was watching it. A lot went on. And I ain't want to take a whole bunch of notes. Shit, I got my own work that pays me to do. But I do enjoy Love and Marriage Huntsville. I think it is at least fresh stories. It opens up with Martell and Maurice with their sons, showing them the 10 acres of land. They want to have a Scots manor. They want everyone to purchase. Well, they already purchased the land, but they want everyone to carve out their piece, put a house on it, and then either sell it off or put more houses on it that can create generational wealth. I don't understand how you create generational wealth if you're going to sell off pieces of it, because once you sell it, it's somebody else's. I would just build it up and rent all the homes out and build up your community. Maybe put a nice apartment complex back there. Like, that's what you can do. Put up a nice apartment community with some nice townhomes that you could keep turning. Your lease, you want to renew or you're not. I'm going to put somebody else in there. Definitely, if it's close to the college campuses, get you a nice college apartment place for the college students, and you get new people every year graduating and entering. But they want the families to live out there. We're going to get into that later with Kimmy. He trying to convince Kimmy, to come out there. They done put the boys to work. Marceau's son. I think Monster doesn't mind the cameras a little bit, but MJ does not want to be on TV. He's giving me all of Riley's tease. Like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be on camera. Y'all with the bullshit. I'm 13. I got to hear about this shit when I get to school or on the social media. You know what the young folks do. I don't want to be here. That's what Marceau's son gives me. But that was pretty much the opening of the show. I'm happy for them and what they're doing with purchasing of land, building up commercial and residential real estate, creating a legacy for their children to come on to. Like, Schultz can eventually go to MJ and the girls if they into it, and the cigar bar. Like, I'm really happy to see Black people doing the damn thing and not just on TV selling me hair weaves, essential oils, these fucking brunches. Give me something else. But anyway, let's move on. Next, Melanie is with Destiny looking at this new house. It's a gorgeous house. She said it's the biggest house she's ever lived in. And what's her husband's name? Martell think I'm on downgrade and boo-hoo and I can't do the damn thing without him. Oh no, I upgrade. I got me a bigger and better house. Now, I like that house, Melanie. I love that view that is on that hill and you can look over into the city. It's a gorgeous house. She and Destiny are, swapping tea. She telling Destiny how he ain't getting out the house when he was supposed to. I could have told you that. I could have told you that last season that he wasn't getting out. You was gonna have to put his ass out. You was gonna have to get out. He's going to make your life miserable, Melody, until you get the proper paperwork to stop. To where you can call 911 like, this motherfucker on my property. It's not his weekend to be with the kids. Come get him. He's harassing me. You're going to have to get restraining orders. You're going to have to make an example out of Martell. And you're going to have to decide you want peace or you want TV. Because if you want TV, he going to keep doing what you're doing because the cameras are rolling. You want peace or you want TV, but let's move on. Destiny finally tells her about, what Martell was insinuating, that she was cheating. Melanie was like, I already know. He trying to talk shit about me to anybody that would listen. And it's bad when you couldn't even go over to the bitches that hate Melanie. Like, they didn't even want to hear it. Like, the Scotts, Tisha wants all the tea. And she didn't even want to hear it. And she didn't even believe it. But let's move on. Melanie got the house. Congratulations, girl. So, who's up next? Tisha goes over Kimmy's house. And Kimmy is telling her about being a frontline worker. And, Tisha talking about being back in the 50s in the kitchen, cooking and cleaning. And, they talk about how both of their husbands ain't really shit, but at least Maurice a little bit not as bad as Marceau. But Maurice still expects Kimmy to cook and clean. Them y'all husbands. Like, I feel like nowadays, if I'm working, the housework is divided too. Now, there is things in my household that I just don't do. I ain't fucking with that trash. I ain't taking it down to the curb, and I ain't pulling that blue thing back up to the house. I can probably count on one hand in the 7 years I've lived in this house, how many times I actually took the trash to the blue thing, but I ain't never taken it to the curb. That's just something I ain't gonna do. I'll mess around, break my nail, I'm gonna be pissed. And when something is broken, a light bulb, the sink clogged up, the shower don't work. Like, if something is broken, I ain't fooling around with that either. I don't even care if we calling somebody. You call them and you deal with them. That's not me. And it's one thing that my husband, I have not seen him do since we've been in this house, and that's clean the bathroom. Like, I ain't never seen him wash out a shower, a sink, a mirror. So I guess that's just between us. But when it comes to cooking, washing dishes, mopping the floor, sweeping, straightening up the living room, vacuuming, dusting, we both do that. It's like, it needs to be done. Okay, I'm gonna do it. It ain't like, oh, it's your turn. That's they husbands. But moving on. So Tisha is kind of hinting around at the group housing, and Kimmy lets her know, you ain't got to drop no hints. I already said what I said. Now, I don't know why you think Maurice gonna change my mind. I don't want to live around y'all. And I don't blame you. Y'all already live in the same house. And then she's like, oh, but you're my sister. Girl, y'all don't have the same mama or the same daddy. Y'all sister-in-laws. I don't have a sister-in-law or a brother-in-law, I do have a brother-in-law, my sister's husband. But my husband is the only child, so I don't know that dynamic. I kind of wish I did have one, but oh well. Oh well. But y'all sister-in-laws. And as messy as Tisha is and dramatic, and as much as she always need a babysitter, I wouldn't want to live next door to her ass either. She gonna be dropping them kids off. She gonna be dropping them kids off. So no ma'am, I wouldn't want to do it either. Tisha now wants to talk about loyalty. And what did she say? 10 toes deep. And I don't even want to really address Tisha and her loyalty. Tisha wants someone to ice out Mel. She wants someone to be like, I don't like Mel, so you don't like her either. I ain't talking to her, so you can't talk to her either. And we aren't in high school, middle school, elementary. Like, we just don't do that. I know it's some grown people who live by that philosophy. Like, if I don't like her, I don't like. we should all know how to handle ourselves accordingly in various friend circles where certain people don't rock with certain people. I can't go around cutting off everybody because somebody else don't like them, because you're going to mess around and not have nobody. And I said, how you going to isolate Melody from her show? Don't you know she will just fire your ass and bring in some more of her friends? This is her show. You don't want to film with Mel, you ain't got to film. You ain't got to be on it, Tisha. But let's move on. Now we're at Melody's mother comes over. I love when the kids see their grandparents. I love how they all run and grab and hug them. I'm going to give myself... I keep saying it like I got control over it. I always be like, I'm going to give myself 10 years. My son better wait 10 years. That's a good amount of time to go to college, get a little career situated, get your own place situated, and get married. And then I could play with some grandkids. And then that'll give me enough time to do what I want to do. You know, go on all the vacations around the world and party. And, you know, because it was a meme out there. I'm talking about everything but this damn show. It's a meme out there that says, y'all, I was in my 20s and 30s. I was busy being a mom, taking care of the household. So now that I'm 40, I'm partying. Fuck y'all who want to just now start popping them out. I'm partying. Good luck with the daycare to everybody else. Nothing wrong with when you have your children. I'm just saying, now that mine is getting ready to graduate, I am ready to have some fun. But that has shit to do with nothing. It just made me say in 10 years, I'll be ready for the grandkids to come up and want to give me a hug. That's what all of that was meant to say. Melanie is packing her stuff, getting ready to move out because, of course, Martell, it's a shame. Martell won't leave, so she has to leave. And you would think as a man, you would want your children to not have to endure your bullshit. Forget the little stuff you might want to jab Mel with, but you shouldn't want your children to have to see their mother always angry, always cussing your ass out. They're going to resent you for that. You can't even stick with the plan you came up with. Like, you're just going to make Melanie get out. But anyway, Melanie's packing up her stuff. She's talking to her mom about how they went somewhere for Mother's Day. And it was on Mother's Day that Martell broke the news that Ariana is pregnant. And I'm like, you bastard. You want to go out on Mother's Day, my day, and I'm allowing you to have a little bit of fun with the kids and, you know, all this. And you want to break the news to me on Mother's Day. I'm surprised Melanie hasn't snapped. I really am. Like, just hasn't snapped. I think that's around the time April is when she went off to Atlanta and got herself together, stayed with her brother a little while. And I think that's when she officially, because when is Mother's Day? May? That's when she officially left his ass. The mother no longer has any respect for Martell, and you should have been lost all respect for him. And Martell is trying to tell Melanie, well, haven't you talked to the old ladies? And haven't they told you that this is just what men do? No, that's just what you do. And that's just what they men do. But not all men do this. Because not in my house. And then he was like, well, the old men in the community was telling me I was coming home every night. I'm like, that's the goal? Is to do whatever you want in the streets, but as long as you come home at night, all is forgiven. I hope he finds peace with Miss Ariana, and I hope she allows you to cheat in peace. Because that's what you need, is a woman who will just let you cheat in peace. Melanie isn't the one. Just go find you one. It's some out there. So now Martell is meeting with, I don't know who this man is. It looks like an old friend because he knew all his business and did not mind spraying him on national TV. I would have cussed his ass out. But somebody in some business dealings with him were, now the Holts have a manner. Because remember from season 1, they went ahead and bought 47 acres of land in North Huntsville when it was supposed to be a comeback group purchase. They just went ahead and purchased it and they ain't did shit with it yet. So now they have someone who wants to, I'm sorry y'all, my eyes itching. I don't know if it's allergies. I don't know if it's the eyeliner I put on, but it's like really itching. That's why I'm scratching my eye. I'm sorry. But they have someone who wants to invest $35 million. I don't know if they want to purchase the land and then it's just going to be called Holt Manor and Martell was going to be the face of it, or if they were going to maybe purchase the land and allow the Holts, their Holt and Holt company to build it up. Like, I don't really understand the ins and outs of it. You would think if they were just going to purchase the land, who gives a fuck what Martell is doing in these streets? Purchase the land from Martell and Melody. They gonna have to split it 50-50 in a divorce and move on. And call it Green Acres or some shit like that. Who cares? Who cares? I'm thinking Martell is messing up the deal because the friend told him, your foolishness in the streets, you're no longer the face. And many businesses, when it comes to big money, it could be little money. When it comes to people money, they don't want no foolishness. They don't, $35 million. They ain't got time for no PR scandal. The foolishness you doing on TV, Martell, you about to lose a lot of money. Because the tea is Melanie was the brains behind the business anyway. That's just the tea I've heard. Because the friend made it clear, well, is Melanie going to be involved? And Martell was like, no, she's just going to be involved on the sale. Of course, 50% is hers. I would just sell the land and move on. I would sell the land and start saving my coins because you're going to have some hella child support. You're going to have some child support to pay. One, you got to pay it to 2 different households. I ain't going to go there with you. So now, it seems like the business meeting was confusing. It seems like the people still want to purchase the land, but maybe the Holts won't be building it. And for whatever reason, Martell wants to throw Marceau's name out there to do the commercial side. And I'm like, don't fuck with Marceau. This all for TV because he doesn't fuck with Marceau and he definitely would not throw Marceau a lifeline. He definitely wouldn't. Some kind of way they get to talking and he tells the friend, well, I told her I want full custody. That's why I ain't signed these divorce papers. And the friend was like, you wrong for that. The children should be with their mother. And the friend was kind of like, well, were you thinking about your children when you was out there fucking around with Ariane? And Martell throws back at him, well, were you thinking about your children when you was out there fucking around? And I said, oh, Martell, I wouldn't film no scenes with him. If he know any of your dirt, I wouldn't film with him because it seems like he's just ready to bash any and everybody to make it seem like, one, what he's done isn't wrong. Yeah, motherfuckers cheat all the time. I done got upset and I done got to cursing. People cheat all the time. Yes, they do, but that don't make it right, and that don't mean you need to be out here trying to find a way to make it seem like what you did was okay. And then 2, that was your friend. He didn't have nothing to do with what you got going on with Melanie and your side piece. You didn't have to put his business in the street on national TV. I would have cussed you out. Whoever that friend, I don't forgot your name. I would have cussed him out. My son getting ready to come in the house. And again, he's talking about he felt like he came home at night, so he wasn't doing nothing wrong. Let's move on to Mama Wanda because I like Mama.
Hey, Mom.
Hey.
Hello.
I have a love-hate for Mama Wanda. Mama Wanda works my nerve. I definitely feel like she is Tisha's mouthpiece. She definitely says the things that Tisha will not say, because I don't think she's strong enough to say. And I feel like Tisha puts her up to it. But Mama Wanda came strutting in her denim jumpsuit. And you know I love me a denim jumpsuit. I love a jumpsuit, period. And she came strutting in with her high fashion, accessories. They wasn't high fashion, but just colorful, bright, bold. Me. She had her hair up with that purple highlight, and it was laid. Mama Wanda, if nothing, is going to entertain. She come in, and she got right to the shit. I got me a man. Fuck what y'all going on. I ain't really in your business. I got me a man at home. And so then Marceau is like, but you got your ring on. Now, I don't know Mama Wanda personal business. So I'm like, okay, she got a ring on. He gave her a ring. And no, Mama Wanda has been separated for 5 years. So she's technically, you know what I'm trying to say, still married. But she got her a new man. And so that's probably why she got that big smile on her face and a pep in her step. And so now Mama Wanda wants to know, well, have y'all forget about me and what I'm doing in my ring? Have y'all heard about this baby? Is Martell really got old girl pregnant? And they like, I don't know. Y'all know. Trust me, y'all were probably the first to know. Trust. So whenever the tea came out, they want to make sure that you all knew first. And so Marceau is like, Mama Wanda, you know what? You kind of messy. She said, I ain't messy. I'm just nosy. And I'm with you. I'm not messy. I'm just nosy. Y'all on a TV show putting all y'all business all over Twitter, all these Instagram lives, all these interviews on the YouTube. Y'all want y'all business in the street. So I'm nosy. We want to know. I'm with Mama Wanda. And Marceau is like, because Mama Wanda blames everything on Martell. I do too. But Tisha in the confessionals talking about it take two to tango. Shut up, Tisha. Because when Melanie cusses your ass out, you going to be ready to play victim again. And I ain't going to be here for it. So Marceau is like, well, Mama Wanda, you up in here talking about cheating. And you got a whole man and a whole husband at home. Now, is the husband at home? I'm assuming he ain't at home. I don't know none of Mama Wanda business. But that scene cracked me up. And I want to know more. I want to know more about this 5-year separation and this new man. Let's move on because it's starting to get long. Kimmy and Maurice at the office. Maurice's office is very nice. I love the decor. I love that shiny gold sign you got up there. I am with Kimmy. Don't go around spending all your money trying to have a better office than Marceau. Because, see, I think Marceau is right about one thing. He about making the money. He don't give a damn about spending it to look better than you. How much money you making? Forget all that, what it looked like. How much checks are you coming in? Because, you have to make more than you put out to be successful. So I'm with Kimmy, like, we ain't got to really compete on who office look the best. Let's compete on whose office bringing in the most income. How about that? I like this scene. Kimmy at the end of the day says she said what she said. She don't want to live down there with Tisha and them, and I ain't mad. So let's move on. Now they have an intense, it wasn't really intense, but it kind of looks like one of those conversations that I've seen Maurice vice versa have with Kimmy, where this is my child. Let me parent the way I want to parent. Whatever you want to do with Monster, you want Monster to sit around and lay around and wait for his entrepreneurial dreams to come true. That's you and your son. But my son is going to have a work ethic. Agreed. You can run a business and have a job at the same time. Matter of fact, that's what most people do. Most people don't have the luxury of having parents that can support them while they sit around and play around with which business is going to take off. It's nothing wrong with having a dream. You're supposed to have a dream. It's amazing that you have parents that have shown you the value of having your own business. and creating your income and not having to rely on someone else to give you a paycheck. But until you can get that business up and running, you need a job. You need a job to fund that business. Somebody just supposed to give you some money. Many people work a job and side hustle until their side hustle is big enough to take over. I ain't see no problems in what Kimmy said, and it really turned into this my child. He's going to have a work ethic. He's going to have that work ethic of, okay, I tried this, it didn't work, so I still know how to hustle and go get me a 9-to-5 until I can try something else. And that's what we need to be teaching these kids. Yes, we want to teach them independence, and I know you into the economics and how to create your own generational wealth and all that. That's all good. That's all fine. But if it fails, and many business owners will tell you, you will have many fails before you see the success. Your first idea might not pop off. If it does, congratulations. But if it doesn't, do you have the work ethic to keep yourself moving? Or are you going to be like, oh, mom, that failed. Let me come lay up with you until I get another idea. Fuck all that. Let's move on to the end of the scene, because the end of it is what I addressed in the beginning. Melanie's at her new house. The kids outside playing in the yard, having a good time playing chalk. Martell pops up. I don't care what day of the week it is. If I want to see my kids, I'm going to see my kids. No, that's why you have a custody order. Martell, you can't play nice with him, Melody. Everything is going to have to be outlined and in an order for him. You can't play nice and be like, oh, we'll do 2 weeks and you... He done already showed you. He is not going to do right. As soon as them kids would have gave they daddy a hug and Martell sent them in the house, I would have went right in and click. And if you would have got to banging on my door in this nice ass neighborhood, you know the police come fast. It looked like the police come fast on that side of town. And I would have hit the 911 and the 1. I wouldn't have gave him that energy. You're giving him too much of your energy. You're allowing him to drive your pressure up. You gonna fuck around, have a stroke fucking with him because he on your nerve, but you're allowing it. Hey kids, hey, hug your daddy, go in the house, click. See you in 2 weeks. And then Melanie said you don't even want him the 2 weeks you supposed to have him, because when it's your turn, you too busy over there fool-la-la with Ariane or the next chick. Which shows me more that you don't need no full cut. He don't want full custody to the first. I don't know if this is less because the producers are all there. Melanie voice got annoyingly too high, and she all in his face, and it looked like one of the producers was kind of like, break it up. I don't think they was ever going to fight. I can't tell if this is the OWN network is giving us a really cute coin, so let's give them a really cute show, but I still don't want your ass. Or I'm hoping more that it's that, because if it's not, Melanie, I'm telling you right now, Martell feeds off of getting you annoyed. He done already showed you he don't want you. I don't care what he say. Yeah, let's start over, move to a different state. Let's he can't move to another state because now he got another baby over here he got to take care of. He telling you all that. He's already showed you. It don't matter what he say. He's already showed you that he doesn't want you. What he wants is control. What he wants is his ego stroke. What he wants is his cake, and he want to eat it too. All of that. That's what he wants. And he probably is getting off on hearing that high screeched voice. He probably gets off on hearing you say, I'm going to slap the shit out of you. Like, that's what he wants. He wants your energy. He wants you to be miserable. He wants you to go in the house and call your girlfriends and cry on the phone. That's all he wants. And I wouldn't give him an ounce of that energy. And I know it's hard because, like I said in past videos, I played a fool many of the times. I've given all of my energy to plenty of fools when I wish. And I think that's why now I can say I would do it so different. And if somebody comes to me, I'm not going to play into it. I'm not going to play into it. I would give him dust. 911 would be my best friend in my new house. Every time Martell pulled over there, and see, he gonna be the type, I wouldn't give him my new address. Fuck all that. He ain't gotta know where them kids live. All he gotta know is when it's his 2 weeks and we would be over there in that McDonald's parking lot. And that's the only address he would need to know. When it's your 2, and if you're not there on a Saturday that begins your 2 weeks, your whole 2 weeks will be over. I ain't about to get upset because I got to do Basketball Wives next. I'm getting ready to do Basketball Wives. And that's already, my pressure is already elevating at the thought of having to do Basketball Wives. But let's get into it. It's been a 30-minute review. That's enough of me talking about these Hulks. It was a great episode. I can't wait to see what happens next week. And we'll get into it. I promise you I'm going to have it on time. It's not a Super Bowl this week. My schedule is clean, so I promise I'll have the Holtz up on time this weekend. And so until then, like, comment, share, subscribe, get in the comments, let me know what you thought about the video, and I will see you later. Bye.